Good afternoon, and come out of the spotlight here a little bit. Welcome to Rotary. Welcome to the Flame. We're glad that you're here today. I think Yvonne Bullard is going to do our invocation. Yvonne?
Something that I want all of us to do today, and that is to repeat the Lord's Prayer. I don't mean recite it, I'm saying pray it, okay? I love you guys. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
So we are very excited to welcome our guest today from El Refugio. And we've got a 2-for-1. We've got 2 Oscars today for the price of 1. Oscar Hernandez and Oscar Roberto, and also Sandra Torres, who I've already been recruiting Sandra hard for Tuesday night to get her out there. I think she would be a good club member for us for that satellite club. So put the hard sell on Sandra before she leaves the door. But we're looking forward to hearing this program. El Refugio has done some wonderful things in our community and is a partner with us, one of the groups that we support. And I'll go ahead and turn it over to Oscar Roberto.
Thank you very much, and thank you to Rotary for all you guys have done for us. Just a quick summary of Refugio. Okay. Refugio started in 2014, and it's hard to believe that we already have 5 years in service. And the amount of things we have accomplished in 5 years is really surprising to us when inside we never thought we would get this big, this quick. And really it's an organization established from the Jonesboro Methodist Church. We are a program from that church. And the objective is to improve the quality of life for all in Sanford and Lee County, building bridges from transitioning immigrants and established residents through sharing, learning, and serving our community. And that's important for us because we do that through promoting opportunities for interaction between the communities and to foster individual growth for all members of the Lee County community. Over around 20% of the population in Lee County are immigrants, mostly from Latin America. So there's a very large number of people in our community who can use our services, who are trying to integrate into the community and to make a better life wherever right here in Lee County. And with that, I'm going to pass it over to Sandra and continue with that. And let me do this. I can do this.
You can do that?
Yes.
Oh, great. I got served today, and now I'm liking it. Okay, so I'm the program director at Refugio. Before I start, I always like to do an icebreaker because part of our mission is to promote opportunities so we know from each other and share each other's stories. So my icebreaker, and I used to go to UNCP as an undergrad, and they always used to ask, because it's the Lumbee area, who are your people? And I'm like, who are my people? Where is my family from? What is something unique about my family, my people? So that's an icebreaker. I want at least 2 volunteers to do. I'll start off. My family is from Mexico and El Salvador, and it dates back all the way to Spain. And one unique aspect, we like to celebrate everything. Okay? And we always like to dress up for everything. I'm really underdressed. So I go home and say, why are you wearing pants? Why are you wearing makeup? Why are you doing this? So that's a unique aspect of my culture, especially my family.
So anybody else wants to volunteer? Where are you from? Anybody?
Sure.
Okay.
My
Howard.
family is from the Netherlands. My father was born in Holland, so I'm first generation.
Anybody else? I was born in Argentina. So I'm an immigrant here. My ancestors were also immigrants. They have some people coming from France, others from the south of Spain, and a lot of the people coming from the Basque region, which is right between Spain and France. So that's my ancestry.
I
Yes.
was, what do you
Go ahead.
Go ahead. We descended here a few hundred years ago from Ireland, England, Germany on my mom's side, and Cherokee on my father's side. So, kind of like most of us here, a lot of different areas around the world.
Okay. Thank you. I think that's, yes, one more.
Predominantly Danish and German, and I never ate lutefisk.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing. So, what do we do at Refugio? We build community through language programs, child enrichment programs, and family success, and through cross-cultural engagement through events that we have. One part of it is language programs. We teach ESL classes. We have a partnership with Central Carolina Community College that provides us with support, and we also teach Spanish. I used to be the Spanish instructor, so you're not going to leave here until you learn one Spanish word. We also have citizenship classes and workshops. We've partnered with Univision, which is the major Latino network in the state and nationally, to give out citizenship clinics, legal aid, and obviously with ethics integration with David Brown. We also have healthy cooking classes with the support of 4-H, so thank you. We provide it throughout the year, 6 weeks, and they get a certification at the end. And we have our youth leadership program. We started this program because there was a need. Many of the Latinx youth had low rates of graduation, and they also went through some identity with not feeling fully Latino, fully American. So we decided to create a program that not only explored their identity in Latinidad, but also give them and expose them to opportunities like college workshops, team building, and they also got to meet Governor Cooper through their PAGE program. And child enrichment. Part of the goal for this is to have a child care coordinator who would go and teach the children their traditions, mainly because children are now, the main language they're learning is English, and they're losing that cultural aspect that may affect how they interact with their grandparents or with their family overall. These are some of the activities they did for Festival Latino. And Festival Latino is an event that we have annually. It's coming up in October. It's usually a celebration during National Hispanic Heritage Month. And we provide a lot of celebration through dance, music, and art.
And there's going to be a lot more talk about that later on today. And remember, it's October 5th, the first Saturday in October, and it's going to be a special one this year.
International Culture Night, we have a lot of representatives. We have our ESL students, people from the community who come and represent their country or learn about a country and then present it through artifacts, information, and exhibits.
And food.
And food.
Yes.
These are some other pictures. And we recently just had our Community Summer Fest. It's a 1-week bilingual program, and we do it to share our talents. So if somebody is an instructor who speaks only Spanish, we have a translator that is able to translate for them so that they learn from each other. It's not only one, instructor that's teaching it. And we also have graduation. I want to read this quote because it's very important, because graduation and learning English is really changing some people's lives. I remember a time when I had a doctor's appointment again, and this was when I was beginning to learn more English. I was able to reply to the doctor's questions still in broken English, but I was able to. My mom was there with me. She was impressed, and she told me she was proud. It was a beautiful feeling to know that you have achieved something that you could not have imagined. We also participate in Sever Black Party, and these are a 5-year impact that Oscar's going to go into.
So over 5 years, we have graduated over 1,600 students in our English and language classes. We have over 450 children in our child care project, because we offer child care while the parents are taking classes. They come take classes after work, been working all day, they bring the kids there so the kids are safe and they can learn English, which they need to do. Over 250 civic students, and we have around 25 people who have become U.S. citizens, and 100% of the people who are going to take the citizenship test have passed the test and studied with us. So I think that's very nice. And okay, you can go about that.
So I was hoping we would run out of time, but it's.
You got 20 minutes.
20 minutes? Oh my God. So let me go back to that game she was playing when you asked where you from and all of that. When my mom was diagnosed with cancer and she died in 2005, I remember being in the hospital trying to make her smile. I asked, Mom, tell me the truth. Where am I from? I look Chinese. My brothers look taller and smarter. She goes, you're not Chinese, you're crazy. But I went to China last year twice, and they were talking to me in Chinese, and they were mad that I wasn't replying in Chinese. So who knows, I'm still confused. But I am from El Salvador, and I'm very, very lucky to be here. Thank you all for inviting us. As you know, we are having a very good time with the new Sister Cities Association. El Refugio has been participating. Thanks to the Rotary Club, we helped the delegation from Sanford translating and assisting in any way we could. And from that, we were invited to Mexico with the delegation from Sanford, and Oscar Roberto and I went to Mexico for 1 week, and it was just a great time. But the best outcome out of that is that we invited Atisapan people to help us with our Latino Fest and our International Culture Night, and they said yes.
Wow.
Today, before I ran here and I texted President, I'm running late, he said, you're fired. And I'm like, he doesn't know I just typed the most important letter in my life. And it's been signed by Mayor Mann, and is going to Mexico today, inviting 3 guests from Mexico to come to Sanford on August 14th to the 17th to see what we have in Sanford and together coordinate Festival Latino, which will be October 5th at the Mann Center. So you're all invited. We want this group to help us. As you know, we don't have the resources, the budgets that the city has for accommodating people and for taking them around and making sure that they have a good time. So I'm asking this group to see how we can join efforts to host them. So that's what we have so far. If you like to get something.
Well, yes, you need to say that we really thank the Rotary for having started this project for sister cities, and they really put us in contact with the people down in Mexico, and Larry was critical in doing that before, and it has been a wonderful experience for the city. I think everybody in the city government is very excited about all the things we're accomplishing in our trip, and they're looking forward to continue this relationship, and having them come to the Latin Festival, I think is going to be wonderful. We have a lot of people who want to participate and increase the collaboration between the 2 cities, which is really cool.
How about Rotarians? Are any of the Rotarians going to come up?
We haven't
Not at this
contacted
time.
directly.
This time that people are coming now are really the event coordinators for the municipality, because they want to see what facilities are in the Mann Center and
Yeah.
see how they can do that.
But eventually,
Yes.
because now we have 2 or 3 Rotary clubs
Yes.
there that are very close to Sanford.
One of the things that we need to mention is that when we went to Mexico City, it was the Rotary who welcomed us and gave us a tour of the city, which was very nice. And again, it's thanks to the connections of this club. For what I understand, it all started with Larry Aiken and Carlos from Mexico. And I got the pleasure to meet Carlos, and they also were very excited about what we're doing here as a program at El Refugio, and also want to have more direct connections with this Rotary. So thank you all for the work you're doing. As you can see, this club is really connecting out there, and we are some of the beneficiaries and part of that. We are very happy. It's an honor, it's a privilege to be part of it. So we are extremely, extremely helpful for all that.
Well, absolutely, from the sister city point of view, this wouldn't have moved along so quickly without you guys. It made a major, major difference to be able to have El Refugio's connection to this. And you may be mentioning some of the things that may be happening, but there are two major business folks that would apparently have indicated they want to come to Sanford, exploring the possibility of starting businesses up here, and vice versa. We've got some ideas in Mexico too. No one envisioned the fact that this would get that far along, because we always thought it would be education first, which makes an awful lot of sense.
Well, since they already have a lot of artists and people that could come here and perform, they thought it was a great opportunity. And so we're gonna make it happen soon. And the other two areas of education and business, we're gonna connect with the college and follow up with them. The Sister Cities Association met about 2 weeks ago. You will hear from Kelly Miller. She will be sending and posting a final report with pictures and things. And they are also trying to increase membership in the Sister Cities Association. And I think we have a proposal for this club later on.
And we're preparing a full presentation of everything that happened during our visit to Mexico. And I think one of your future meetings will probably have a Sister Cities presentation, which I think is very interesting to show.
We can take them kayaking, canoeing, paddleboarding, hiking, boating, rooftop
So-
views, live music.
Yeah.
That's
Get
just a
up with it.
typical Tuesday for Chad.
So what we need help
They have
with
a good
is,
time.
what we need help with is places that they can do here that they would normally do in Mexico, like we try to do with the sister city, with the city. This time taking consideration that we don't have much funds, but there's still a lot of good things that we can do out there without spending a lot of money.
What are the dates again?
We can do all that for free.
August 14th to the 17th.
14 through 17.
And so what we're doing, the Team of El Refugio is programming the whole itinerary. We're gonna get back with you and see how we can coordinate with you. One thing I'm thinking is on the 15th, if there is a meeting, they could come here for lunch that day.
We don't have a meeting then.
Don't you have that meeting that day?
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
that's a
they can
service
come to
program.
backpack.
All right, so something that has to do with the club.
Well, backpack would be wonderful for them to see.
Okay. Do you have anything else? Yeah.
Well, we really need to acknowledge all the foundations that help us support us, the Duke Endowment, C.S. Smith Reynolds Foundation, Central Carolina Community College, Hispanic and Philanthropy, and all the other people in town and the companies in town that help support El Refugio. Without the help of the community, we couldn't do what we do. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
It would be, being a member of the church and watching this grow, it's amazing to see all the activity at the church on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
Yes.
The church is absolutely alive with so much, and I don't think there's an empty classroom.
No, there's not.
Not in the
We're
evenings.
running out of space in there.
Yeah.
And to really close, we want to do something that we do every time we close the meeting. It's our theme, our slogan is living together, growing together. I think that really summarizes what we're trying to do at El Refugio and we're trying to do in Sanford. And that in Spanish is viviendo juntos, creciendo juntos. So I want everybody to practice their Spanish saying, viviendo juntos, creciendo juntos. Thank you.
I had a high school
You got it.
flashback.
You got it ready.
Yeah,
And as
this-
a Spanish instructor, you did perfectly.
You'll pass.
We've got about a minute or two for questions if anybody has a question.
I like what you had, the special section on healthy eating and, you know, food preparation. I think that's really, really essential to have that basic building block for, because basically if you eat good, you'll be healthier, you know? You eat a bunch of junk food, you're not gonna be that healthy.
And that's when we collaborate
supermarket and they show them what to pick and.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, it's great. I mean, it's kind of basic, but I think a lot of that stuff's not looked at nowadays. My daughter went through nursing school for like 15 months concentrated program. Not once did they ever talk about nutrition, proper nutrition. You know, I mean, you should have some kind of a little chapter about that. I couldn't believe it.
And then I would also like to add that I didn't say, through the 4-H collaboration, they were teaching the students, and we didn't find out until the class was given that one of our students was struggling with getting food. So through that, we were able to help them.
That's been a great program. It's called FNEP, Expanded Food Nutrition Education, and it targets some lower income families and addresses shopping on a budget, looking for nutritious foods, alternatives to processed, packaged or eating out fast food. So it's really been successful. El Refugio has been a great partner, so we appreciate y'all having us out there. Did want to thank you guys, and we have a quick presentation here in a second, but y'all touched on so many important things, I think, but I think one of the things that's very valuable for us to take away is y'all are not only supporting Hispanic, Latino families and individuals, but I think the richness that you bring and the diversity that brings to our entire community helps other folks maybe understand why it's so valuable. And I think in this day and age, that's even more important to have goodwill and better friendships. I mean, I think you look at the 4-way test and everything that you're doing fits into those categories. So we're appreciative of what you're doing. You guys are outstanding community partners and community members, and we're glad to support you as Rotarians. So continue the good work. We commend you, and thanks for being with us today as well.
Thank you.
If you guys want to come over here, we've got a great big check and then one that actually can spend. So we'll give you both of them. So if y'all want to,
I'll keep the big one.
Y'all come around here like that. Y'all stand here.
No, you get in there.
Okay.
Yeah, you take that to the bank, see if it works out.
Get in an angle so you just go over this way and angle so you don't get.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's a good way to get your foot.
Yeah, what's going on, Jay? They gave us.
You, man. Have fun.
A little bit of both.
We'll mention it next time. What do you think? Okay.
Mention the Rotary.
So you can go for a certain amount of time now.
Good afternoon, and come out of the spotlight here a little bit. Welcome to Rotary. Welcome to the Flame. We're glad that you're here today. I think Yvonne Bullard is going to do our invocation. Yvonne?
Something that I want all of us to do today, and that is to repeat the Lord's Prayer. I don't mean recite it, I'm saying pray it, okay? I love you guys. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Yvonne. Now, Mike, Sergeant at Arms, is what you got to do.
We've got a couple guests today. Charter member and honorary Rotarian, Dr. Dean Kessler. Miss Margaret Ainsley. We also have our two presenters today from El Refugio, Oscar Roberto and Sam Torres. Mr. Bobby has an announcement for us.
Yeah, I'd like Don Douglas to come up for a second, please, Don.
Bring your wallet.
Bring your wallet.
Just because I missed last week.
This is a special recognition from the Rotary Foundation. We all contribute through our quarterly dues to the foundation, and Don stepped up a couple years ago and agreed to be in the Paul Harris Society, which contributes $1,000 a year.
So I already brought my wallet.
So, so he's already paid his contribution. But this is a Paul Harris pin with 2 sapphires in it, and that signifies that he has surpassed the $3,000 level to the foundation. So, thank you for your contribution.
Any other announcements?
Yeah, just a reminder that we're having a social this Tuesday night, that's August 6th, at Camelback Brewery, and we're hoping to have 5 or 6 potential new Rotary members there at the meeting, so please come and enjoy the evening with us. At 7 o'clock this Tuesday night at Camelback.
Any other announcements?
Mike, so I'm thrilled we had this many people here today, so we need this many more people here next week. I'm gonna try to give you an update every week on what program is coming next, so you can get excited about it. So next week, we have the head coach of the Lee County High School football team. He'll be here to tell us how he's gonna win a state championship this year. So, trying to keep our membership growing and keep people involved. So every week, if you notice at the bottom of our newsletter, we have the programs listed out. So then that way you know what's coming, and that way you can get excited about it. So next week, please be here.
We do have a really nice crowd. Unfortunately, I left the tickets at my shop, and I was sitting in front of the elk slide, but it dawned on me that I forgot them, so my announcements is,
We'll accept a $25 donation.
penalty fee.
It's
right to check.
It's very kind of you to donate $25.
God loves a cheerful
Plus,
giver.
thank you.
Sorry about that.
Any other announcements? How about brags? Any brags?
I have a brag. It has come to my attention that one of our members has a satellite Cara operation in Carolina Trace. He and his lovely bride have been able to find the residence for a pet who's gone wandering around, stop by their house for a little food. And in one case, he actually found a lost dog that they actually placed with an individual. So he and Grace are 2 for 2. So Mr. Aiken, get up here.
You can give me a whistle.
Shut up. You don't get to talk today.
Thank you, Jim.
So in recognition, your reward is a Indian's milk chocolate bar from Harry's of London.
Oh, cheap Wahoo bar.
Oh, thank you so much. And the puppies are happy too.
If I may add, he not only was really concerned about the animal, he was even willing to give up his tea time in order to find a
Oh, yeah, he didn't play golf. Good point, Oscar. Thank you.
Well, I caught up with him after he got rid of the puppy. I caught him up on the 3rd tee.
Brags?
Really?
I'd like to let all of you know, some of you know that I have a son, and so he lives here. He's been working with pharmaceutical companies for a few years now. But anyhow, the company has been so happy with his progress that they had just promoted him to be an international auditor, and he will be traveling the world off and on, working from home too, but he'll be going around to all the different pharmaceutical companies in the world. And so just keep him in your prayers, especially with the way things are going with the airplanes and the different countries and everything. His name's Doug.
Any other brags? All right.
Thanks, Mike. I just want to reiterate, if you have program ideas or a topic that you think would be interesting for the group, please make sure that you do get with Patrick. I think we've got spots available, but they are
Not
filling
many
up.
left.
Yeah, not many left, so if you'd like to do a program, or if you know somebody that would make a good program, let Patrick know and he can schedule that. Yes, since Van dropped the ball on us today, we'll let him lead us in our.
Somehow I knew you were gonna take on me. All right, come right back to you, man. Please join me in a four-way test. First, is it the truth?
Is it fair, all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God,